Quadruple S Gridman was a huge success, attracting a lot of viewers and praise among your average anime fans and hardcore tokusatsu fans. Talks of a second season would naturally come up, so the folks over at Super Rare Productions and Studio Trigger decided to make it, though not in the way the anime world is used to with a second season. Like Ultraman and other long-running Toku franchises, the sequel would star new characters, a new threat, and a new mecha/hero, Dynazenon. Dynazon's suits and aesthetics were based on Dynadragon from the original Gridman series, who was absent in the Quadruple S adaptation. Even the Japanese voice actor for Gridman was asking where it was, so here's an entire series based around it. Quadruple S Dynazenon stars Yomugi, Yume, Kiyomi, and Gauma, who are 4 broken people who've been through traumatic experiences throughout their life, and are tasked with fighting kaiju as Dynazon. The kaiju are controlled by the Kaiju Eugenicists, a group of 4 well-dressed folks who want kaiju to roam free and go nuts, with kaiju being born with humanity's dissatisfaction with life's connections. This makes the Eugenicists the thematic antithesis to the Dynazon crew, as they use connections to make them stronger, while the Eugenicists reject connections. This even bleeds into the character dynamics, with the reserved Eugenicists only interacting with one another for their missions, while the emotion-driven Dynazon crew have fun and open up about their problems to one another. This theme of overcoming trauma through connections is blatantly showcased in the first episode with the phrase, "Scarred souls shine like stars," which is what the 4 S's in the series title seemingly stand for. But what trauma do these scarred souls deal with? Yomugi is our protagonist who controls Dynadragon. His trauma is relatively not as dramatic compared to his teammates, as he's dissatisfied with his home life and doesn't want to associate it with it ever since his mother went through a divorce and remarried. This is downplayed as a major plot point, but still a relatable issue for a teenager to go through. He does learn through being on the Dynazon team that there are more important things in life that he needs to focus on at the moment, like saving the day and helping others. Once he learned this, he serves as a shining beacon character for the rest of the cast to look up to, which is made blatant in episode 10 where he saves his team from their own bad memories. Yume is a girl who controls Dyna Wing, who's still feeling the after effects of her sister dying in an accident 5 years ago, which has affected her ability to make connections with others. By joining Dynazon and forming a romantic connection with Yomugi, she manages to come to terms with her sister's death and make more connections again. Something I like about this arc is that for a while, we're told that there's a possibility that Yume's sister might have committed suicide, which is eventually proven to be not the case, as it was truly an accident that killed her. In a show about giant robots and kaiju, a plot point like this is rare and depressingly realistic. Sometimes people just go with no warning or premonition beforehand, which sucks, so I'm glad that Dynazon was able to showcase these feelings in an engaging way. Kiyomi is a NEET who controls Dyna Striker. At the start of the series, we see him wallowing in self-pity about his middle school days and spending his time unemployed till he's chosen for Dynazon, which helps him break out of his shell and clean up his act. This development is best showcased when he conflicts with one of the kaiju eugenicists, Mujina. Mujina is content to live in her self-pity, having nothing to live for, which leads to her being content with destruction, while Kiyomi grows from this mindset and moves on to a brighter future thanks to the new connections he formed with the Dynazon team. And then there's Gauma, who is a former member of the kaiju eugenicist who controls the Dyna Diver. He's a hot-blooded yet caring guy who serves as the team's head commander, motivating and helping the crew during both battles and life drama. Despite helping the Dynazon crew with their traumas, he starts off the series being private about his own inner struggles with the eugenicist team, not wanting to share the pain he's gone through in that past. Though he learns that friendship works both ways, and that he can't keep bottling up his own struggles to work through on his own while he helps others. There's also a crazy twist of what exactly Gauma is in the Gridman universe, but I'll save that for you to find for yourself. There's also a character who returns from Quadruple S Gridman that I won't reveal, and while they're mainly here to connect both shows together, it is really cool seeing them play off the Dynazon crew and how much they've grown since the Gridman series. Overall, Quadruple S Dynazenon is a beautiful series, not just in the great animation and design work, but also in how it uses the power of teamwork, a trope a lot of tokusatsu and anime use, and shows why that trope is so important through our protagonists helping each other accept their past scars and move on to a brighter future together. I'd highly recommend this show, and I hate myself for sleeping on it for so long. If you like all the analysis I just spat out, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want to hear more of my voice, go check out Modular Media, where I host a tokusatsu podcast with my good buddy the Vacuuminator. That's all the shilling I got, so see ya!